Hello students, now welcome back. And now today I am going to start chapter 12 of history, the national movement of India. Now in this we will actually learn a very long period. We will study a very long period, that is about 1870 till 1947. Matlab the year we got freedom and the struggle, what was the struggles we have done, how was the INC, that means Indian National Congress, formed, so many things. Let's go and find it out. Nationalism, what does this mean? What this word stands for? It's mean the feeling of oneness, unity among the people of nation, patriotic feeling, all right, principle and policy of national independence. Now many meanings come in our mind, so many plenty of meanings come in our mind, bundle of, when we use this word nationalism. All right. Okay, British in India. About 100 years, British took control over India, as well as it exercises control over. They have control over the exercises. Then lives of people. All right, they were controlling the lives of people. They were controlling the resources, as well as made into India the country of Indians. Matlab they were just doing this. All right. Now, what a rise of national consciousness. Number one, 1870 and 1880s. Then political associations were formed, as well as it led by English educated professionals such as lawyers. Then some of the important associations. Number one, Purna Sarvajanik Samaj Sabha, the Indian Association, the Madras Mahajan Sabha, the Bombay Presidency Association, the INC means the Indian National Congress. So they are the important association, and they were at that time they have launched, and they were actually very important association at that time. Now what roles they were playing? Let's start. Then dissatisfaction with British rule. Actually Indians were and so many that we can say who the person who have played a very important role in the struggle for Indian freedom. So they were very much dissatisfied with the British rule. Number one, association functioned in specific parts of the country, then worked with the idea that India should be sovereign. I have explained you many times what is the meaning of sovereign, and that is what they were wanting. Arms Act. Two acts of British means there was two act, that is Arms Act. It was launched in 1878, passed it, and the Vernacular Press Act. It was also in the 1878. Now Illard Bill 1883. The bill sought equality between Britishers as well as Indian judges in the country, and then Britishers opposed the bill. That means they were forcing the government to withdraw it. All right. Now previously what we have learned till now is that causes of the rise of national movement, rise of Indian nationalism from 1885 to 1905. Now origin of the Indian. Now let's go and find out the so many things in details. Start of the national movement. Number one, in 1885, with the foundation of Congress, India's freedom struggle was started in an organized manner. Firoz Shah Mehta, Surendranath Banerjee, Gopal Gokhale was some president of Congress from 1885 to 1905. Methods and the demands of the Congress during the early phase were moderate. Constitution and peaceful methods were adopted to achieve its aim. Attitude of the government. Let's study the government attitude. The attitude of the government was friendly in the beginning. Lord Dufferin invited the delegates of the National Congress and Party in Calcutta in December 1886. This organization would try to know the wishes of the people and help the authorities in the administration. The Congress began to ask for more reforms as the same passed. This time, the attitude of the government became unfriendly. They used the divide and rule policy to create a gulf between the Hindus as well as the Muslims to check the growth of the national movement. Now, the Congress was led and controlled by the moderate nationalists during the from 1885 to 1905. Dadabhai Naroji, Surendranath Banerjee, Firoz Shah Mehta, Gopal Gokhale, and more were the famous moderates. They were famous for their simple demand and the constitutional and peaceful methods to realize the Indians. That was they was actually wanting. They were just wanting the Indians to get freedom, and they should also get the higher authorities as equal to the Britishers. Now demands. The desire of the government was that the government should introduce a number of reforms. Then they wanted large share in government and expansion and reforms in the legislative council. They demanded the Arms Act to be repeated, executive should be separated from the judiciary, and the Indians should be appointed at higher posts. Abolition of tax, development of modern industries, and more were their main demands. Education, irrigation, and medical as well as health facilities were their own other demands from the government, as well as they wanted Swaraj within the British rule. Knowing they were the demands, now here are the methods. They had a great faith in peaceful and constitutional. They used press and annual sessions propaganda. They organized meetings, speeches, resolutions, and positions for the opinion and placed there. The contributions of the moderate, the policy and programs of the moderates were criticized by some people. Their efforts towards the progress of the national movement can't be ignored. Their contribution in organizing public opinion and replacing the demands of the people before the government cannot be ignored. National consciousness and was created by them for the Indians, and they tried to unite the people. Useful work like national awakening, political education, and unification of Indians was done for them. Then the British judicial system. The new judicial system introduced by the British was improper and partial. Rich and resourceful people were able to manipulate judgments in their favor. It led to dissatisfaction among the common man. Indians were excluded from high posts. Indians were not given high posts in civil services and military. The highest rank in military was that of Subedar, while civil services they got promoted only to the post of straight army, and this turned the Indians against the Britishers. I hope the points must be clear to you. Here I'm winding the chapter. I think so the topics are more all clear to you all. Thank you so much.